Earlier this summer, I hosted my first ever group trip here in Japan with 20 of my subscribers, 20 of you. And luckily, Steven was there to document the whole thing behind the scenes and shoot some interviews with everyone that was on our trip. So I just wanted to share that so we can remember that experience. Enjoy.
I am so glad that I did this.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you to Nick
for organizing the trip.
Thanks for having this trip.
I really appreciate that.
It was so much better than what you see in the videos.
It's been amazing overall. I'm so glad I did it.
Great community here, and with our group, just like we've all come together very quickly.
It's a dream come true. It's been everything that I could have dreamed of and more.
And there's a lot of Pokestops, a lot of Pokemon, so it's been a great time.
It was harder than I thought it was going to be, but it was a lot of fun.
Nicholas, Ohio.
I will return. Wrong. Hey, good morning.
My name is Adam. I'm from Missouri, the United States. What made me want to come on this trip is I was planning to come on some trip this year, and this came up on Nick's channel, and I jumped on it. I appreciate his mode of travel. He really enjoys traveling. He enjoys Pokemon Go, but he's very down to earth and real, seemed fun to travel with, and so far it has been. So the standout moment probably would be the self-serve beer at the first place we ate on the first day.
Yuki was responsible for booking 3 restaurants in one night, all you can drink at the first restaurant.
Might I add, it helped a lot.
It did help early on. Yeah, 3 restaurants in a row. I mean, I was full after the first one.
Everyone's enjoying the first day. Did anyone get lost yet? Steven and I got lost today.
Yep, we got lost.
Trying to get back to the hotel.
Getting lost.
Let's all do it together. Come by.
My name is Chris. I am from Orem, Utah. When I found out that this trip was a possibility, I had just graduated from college. I have ADHD and it took me 11 years to get my degree, but I finally did it. And when I saw this, I thought, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. And my wife turned to me and said, you idiot, go do it. You're never gonna get this chance again.
Same.
It's a good time to be alive.
Good time to be alive with the gang.
Having you there helped a lot. Like, number one, just being able to help me film was huge, because that's another thing that, you know, I make YouTube videos. I can't do any of this without the YouTube videos, so. You love talking. You love talking to people.
I don't shut up, I know that. Can you show the camera like a makeup tutorial? Thank you. You know what I mean with the... We need an example.
So, you know, we've got the
Thank you.
bread.
Love that. Thank you very much. Thank you, gentlemen. We're documenting here.
Hi, I'm Michael. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I enjoyed watching Nick travel to a lot of places. I've always been intrigued with Japanese culture. Whatever exposure you could get in America, the anime, trying to binge watch a lot of traveling videos to Japan. And it's so fascinating, it's so different from Los Angeles. My favorite thing so far about Japan is 100% the food. Number one, the A5 Wagyu with sea urchin on top. That was divine.
It ended up like a popsicle.
Yeah.
A beautiful experience. It's probably the most rich food I've ever had.
So my name is Rachel and I'm from New York. Well, I love Japan. I've been here a few times before, but usually I'm doing all the planning myself. One of the things I really love about Nick's videos is the way that he approaches travel and food, and it seemed like a really nice opportunity to kind of see how he sees Japan. Was surprised by how much I enjoyed the sushi making class.
Yeah.
We had some great food all week. We've had a lot of great food here, but it was really fun to make the sushi ourselves and eat really delicious sushi, but, you know, learn something at the same time.
And take pride in what you just ate.
Yes.
Kanpai.
Hello, my name is Michaela, and I'm from South Carolina. The reason why I started watching Nick's channel was because he focused more on the culture rather than Pokemon Go. I started watching for the Pokemon Go content, but I kept watching it for learning more about the culture that he was visiting. The sushi making class, it was a good experience, and I liked being able to like learn how they made it and the process of it. It was harder than I thought it was going to be, but it was a lot of fun.
I'm Denise, and I'm from Groveland, California. I've been to countries where they speak German or French, but with Japan, the language is so different and the culture is so different. Pretty exciting to see this sort of different side Eastern culture. Every day has been kind of a different journey. We've done so much every day. We walk so far every day.
Yeah, my name's Curtis Kwame. I'm from Central California. My favorite place so far was definitely the first shrine we went to in Tokyo. To have that beautiful of a place, that sacred of a place, right next to one of the busiest train stations in the world, the busiest train station in the world.
And kind of just being there, you just feel it, like, oh, this is a big thing, yeah.
My name is Bob. I'm from Redwood City, California, near San Francisco. Well, I've always wanted to go to Japan, and when Nick's message came up that he was hosting this trip, that seemed like the perfect opportunity. You know, he can put it all together, and I can just come and enjoy Japan, play some Pokemon, and have a great time with some wonderful people. The temple / shrine that we went to, it was just really surprising in such a huge and crazy and busy city that there was this place where it was quiet, and with all the trees, it was much cooler. It must have been at least 10 degrees cooler in the park than outside on the city, and that was pretty amazing.
Hello, I'm Clint. I'm from Northwest Arkansas. I hadn't traveled outside the U.S. yet, and I was watching a guy named Martins Lisi's, and he was doing Strength Unknown, where he was traveling the world and doing different feats of strength, and it really made me want to travel and do something. And then like right after that, Nick posted this and was talking about a trip to Japan. I was like, that's my opportunity, that's a sign, take it. With a tour guide and all that stuff, it was gonna be the easiest time of my life, not having to do it by myself. We've hiked all the way up this huge mountain. Like that's something I've done back in the States, is just hike national parks and all that stuff. Except now with like Yuki taking us through here, we get to learn about this area and like how everybody's brought together through all this stuff and like the customs for it. And it's just taking hiking to a whole new level. That's probably the biggest actually. There's great community here, and with our group, just like we've all come together very quickly. So
our first day in Kyoto, we went to Kiyomizudera, which is like, it's one of the most popular, one of the most famous in Kyoto, but I've actually never been there before. So that was really cool, getting to experience that for the first time with everyone. A lot of the other things on the trip I had done or seen before, but that one was like brand new for me as well. So it was cool to kind of like be in everyone else's shoes, kind of seeing it for the first time also.
My name's Anna. I'm from West Sacramento, California. Yeah, it just sounded like such an exciting event, being able to come and hang out with fellow Pokemon Go players and people who love Nick's videos and also are excited to see Japan. Just seemed like an opportunity not to miss. Yeah, no, I think it was even better than expected. Like all the people were amazing. You know, I'm really, really happy that I got to do this. All the great food, you know, I don't think I've had a bad meal once since we've been here. And just all the beautiful sights. There's nothing that's, you know, number one. Everything's been amazing. It's been amazing, you know, watching the videos since pretty much when the channel started for however many years, I don't even remember. 8 years now, yeah, back seeing him on like, I think I first saw him on Good Day Sacramento. Yeah, it was a long time ago, and then started watching his videos, and then being able to play Pokemon next to someone that you feel like you knew, you know, because you've been watching everything about them. It's been really exciting.
When you see a place that you've seen in a movie, and you get there and you're like, wow, this is a real place, I'm actually here. I wanted to give that feeling to everyone. Fushimi Inari is like my favorite shrine. I think it's iconic as far as my channel goes, because it was the place where I caught Mew, the first mythical Pokemon, the first special research that came out in Pokemon Go. It was like, it felt like a big moment, and it was a series of videos that I really put a lot into. I couldn't remember how far I had to walk to get to the spot. I thought it was like maybe halfway. No, we went all the way to the top. We had to climb all the way to the top of the mountain because that's the actual spot where I filmed it, where I caught the Mew. And it was like around every corner I was telling people, I think it's just like 5 more minutes. I think it's 5 more minutes. I'm sorry. And I probably said that 10 times until we were at the top of the mountain.
And people were like so hopeful every time you said it.
Not sold out.
Steven, can I have some money, Steven? Can I get some coins? We made it, everyone. This right here is where I caught my Mew. So, who wants to take a group picture? Yeah. Let's do it. Dude, that was awesome. It was really cool to see you catch the Jirachi, Emmanuel caught his Shaman. It was really cool to see, like, you know, people kind of, I guess, be inspired by like what I had done there and want to kind of like appreciate that moment in their own way by catching their own mythical Pokemon there. And then a bunch of people took AR pictures of like their Mew and other mythical Pokemon in the exact spot. That was, yeah, it was really cool.
All right, I'm Mitchell, I'm from Los Angeles. Well, I've watched Nick's videos for a long time now. I've always wanted to visit Japan and experience their culture, their history. You know, growing up in the United States, you don't really learn this, so to be able to see it and experience it at the same time is a really special experience. I like Nick's vibe. He's very chill, he's very relaxing. He likes to explore, which is cool. You know, like I said, I like the history, I like learning other countries' cultures, and for him to do that while also playing a game that I love, I loved watching his videos and seeing where he went and what kind of Pokemon he caught. And yeah, I've loved the shrines, being able to go on a small hike. It's very peaceful, you're in nature. And there's a lot of Pokestops, a lot of Pokemon, so it's been a great time.
My name's Kyle, and I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota. I've always wanted to go to Japan. Ever since I was in high school, it's been a dream of mine. Definitely on the bucket list and checking that off the bucket list. Coming here, meeting a lot of new people, different cultures, different backgrounds. Learning about the different cultures and backgrounds of Japan as well was also very intriguing to me. So what have I liked the most? I mean, making it up this hill definitely was top 5, maybe top 3. Just seeing all the different views, the temples, yeah.
Yes.
My name's Lucy and I'm from London, UK. Japan's somewhere that's always interested me, but it's never somewhere that I would have necessarily travelled on my own. And then when the trip arose, I thought it was the perfect way to do it because it's with people with the same kind of interests, but it wasn't just focused on Pokemon Go, it was exploring, seeing all of the temples and shrines and getting the history behind it as well, which was really appealing. Being a solo player at home and kind of like playing on and off was a lot of fun, but there's only so much I can do, whereas being surrounded by like super hardcore players was really, really fun. This is what you can do when you've got loads of people surrounding and the possibilities that the game can bring, because you can play it as like just a kind of average player, and then you can play it as like the super high-tech league players.
Lovely.
What's up? I'm Tommy. I'm from San Diego. I am really bad at planning things on my own, and so having the whole trip planned out for me was a real plus. And then also getting to do it with people who also play Pokemon Go. I knew if I came to Japan, I would be doing a lot of that anyway, and a lot of the same things, like going to the Pokemon Center or the Nintendo store. So being able to do those things with people who also really like those things really interested me. Yeah, it was really weird at first, just like walking around with him and then seeing him doing videos like this, just looking at the camera. I'm like, oh, I've seen that on YouTube all the time, but now it's pretty normal. I mean, we've only been here for a few days, but now I've just gotten really used to it. But yeah, I was super excited at the fact that I get to meet him and go around with him and do stuff.
That's an interesting choice, brother. It looked good. No,
It's okay.
we're just gonna eat, probably.
Yeah, we're used to
Having issues in the
things not
game.
going our way in the game.
Hi, my name is Michelle. Some of you may know me as TX Mischief. I'm from Austin, Texas. I have traveled all over the world, never been to Asia, and as soon as I saw this pop up with Nick, I just went and bought it. I knew that he knows the country really well and the culture and is very respectful of that, and I really wanted to learn about the culture as well as seeing the sights. And so I knew it would be a really good experience and also a way to do it comfortably without knowing the language and how to get around. On the train, I made Pokemon friends with the lady from Kyoto, and we used Google Translate to talk back and forth.
My name's Anthony, and I'm from Florida, from the U.S. I came here because not only I want to meet trainer tips, but I also want to experience Japan's culture and see the food and the people. It's very surreal to play with someone that's lost for the past 7 years. It's like a dream come true, yeah.
It's probably like 10 minutes left of the raid, and it says about like 10 minutes for us to walk there, so we have to go pretty fast.
What?
Level 1 shiny Pikachu. Oh, I'm thinking that all day. Alright, we made it. Oh, he's in.
We all came into it as strangers, but I really enjoyed watching people's relationships grow and everyone getting to know each other, myself included. So yeah, by the end of it, I mean, I felt super comfortable with everyone. I think everyone felt comfortable as a group. And yeah, by the end of it, it did feel like traveling with friends.
I'm Sally. I am from Redwood City, California, very close to San Francisco. Well, my husband is a huge Nick fan, and when he got a notification, I invited myself because I always wanted to go to Japan. Nick is incredibly a wonderful guy, and playing side by side has been fun. The bullet train has always been my bucket list. The fact that I got on it, we got up to 175 miles per hour is amazing. So check off one of my bucket lists. The group has been fabulous. Being a more older seasoned person, you guys have been tremendous in helping me out, making sure I'm included in the group.
My name is Lee, and I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. When the trip popped up with a chance to play with Nick, I was like, yeah, that's like kind of once in a lifetime thing. So I'm gonna go into it full force. Thank you to Nick for organizing the trip, and thanks to you for doing all the shooting and the video editing and the behind the scenes goodness.
I'm Emmanuel, I'm from San Diego. I've been wanting to go to Japan for about 15 years. There are many travel plans on my list that I would ever go to unless Nick put a video out there. He's very calm, his videos are very chill, and then his intro music is probably the best music to study to, in my opinion.
My name is David Lesage, I'm from Les Escoumins, Quebec. I've been wanting to come to Japan for a while. I connected a lot with his videos, his travel videos were great too. The whole experience is awesome. Tokyo was a great city, Izakaya in Kyoto were great, it was great experience, really liked that.
This trip would not have been the same without Yuki, hands down. Number one, she had so much energy. Even at the end of the day, like we've been out since 7:30 in the morning. It's now like 7:30 at night, 12 hours walking around hot, humid Japan, and she's still just like bubbly, excited, and really just like keeping morale up throughout the day.
Yay, Steven! No? You're a Japanese friend. What is it? Yay! You did it!
A huge thank you to Yuki for all the work that she's done. I think everyone on this trip fell totally in love with her with the way that she put all this together, and that's she's amazing.
And the fact that she was willing to have a good time with us post her shift, let's call it. I know that's not the way it is. I don't think it would have been even half as good without her in it, and I think that would have been like a tragedy if we didn't have her. So it was a pleasure having her as well.
Easily the best tour guide I've ever had.
I'm Yuki Honda. I'm from Japan. I'm a tour guide. So I take everyone from Tokyo to what we did was Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka. And everybody was so kind and nice. And because of Nick, because of his personality, everybody was so happy to be with him and also with the group. He is kind of quiet. At first, I imagined, like an influencer of like a YouTuber, and I was thinking like, oh, maybe he would be cocky or a bit, I don't know, difficult to talk. But when I met him, oh, he was so calm, and he was very, very nice. And at first, maybe he was shy, but we got along together, and then we ended up like really became good friends. Yeah, so usually I take big groups, and the people don't know each other, and they become friends. But for this group, they had a common thing as Pokemon Go, so it was very fun to see everybody was talking about Pokemon Go. I didn't know about it, but it was very fun. And then it was my first time to see like they're playing, yeah, at the gathering point. So it was very fun to watch. Oh yeah, it was very, very sad to say goodbye, but yeah, again, like thank you so much. Everyone was wonderful, and yeah, I really enjoyed this trip, and hopefully you enjoyed too.
Yuki's making me do this. No, I'm just kidding. I want to. Yeah. I would just like to start by saying thank you all for coming. We got some charcoal coming in. There you go. Yeah, I've had an amazing time this week. I hope everyone else has had just as good, maybe better of a time. Be hard to top it. Yeah, I was a little nervous, coming in. I'm a fairly quiet, reserved person. It takes me a while to open up to people, but I think you all did an incredible job of making me feel comfortable. So I really appreciate that. I'm definitely going to remember this trip for a long time, and I hope future trips can live up to it. And I want to say thank you especially to Yuki for being an amazing guide. Yeah, definitely would not have been the same without Yuki. So thank you so much. Thank you all for coming. Kanpai! Woo. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, make sure to say thank you to Steven down in the comments for putting it together. And if you really enjoyed it and you want to be part of the next trip, I have some very good news for you. We have 2 trips planned for 2025 already. Another trip to Japan, which will be in early March, and our first Europe trip. We're going to Ireland at the end of April. I'm really excited about Ireland personally because I have some Irish heritage on my dad's side of the family. I've never been. It'll be my first time properly exploring, so I'm excited to learn about that with some of you, whoever wants to come on the trip with me. And then of course, Japan. We just wrapped up our second trip here in Japan, and it was incredible, just as great as the first one. So the links for that are down in the description. The trips will be launching soon. If you sign up for the mailing list in the description, you'll get the first notification when the trips are available to book. So make sure you sign up for the mailing list if you want to come on one of those future trips with us. In case you haven't seen it, I did film like an hour and 15-minute long movie during the trip you just watched. So you can check that one out right here. And the video from this current trip that we're on will be coming out soon. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully I'll see you soon, maybe even here in Japan or in Ireland.